talk to you about the squirrel, baby squirrel rescue. I have the problem of the video not being horizontal again. I don't know why, but I thought I just promised you on Instagram right now in the live that I would do and feed this baby. He's here right now, live on YouTube. So here I am. Hope you can join. My neighbor's cat were playing and would have probably killed this baby squirrel. Voila. Who doesn't have a name because I am not planning on keeping him, of course. And it's actually feeding time, so let's do that. And I can explain more afterwards. Attends, fais voir. So the vet said I could give him cat milk, which is milk for cat, guys. J'ai pas très le chat. I didn't milk the cow, guys, the cat. Alors, comments. Let me see, they should be on, but if it's like chat en direct. Allez hop. The spoit, the cat milk. Attends, on est bien là. Let's see. Hop. So you have to be very gentle, drop by drop, so that it doesn't, no liquid get into his lungs. Attends, je suis où là? Attends, let me look at him. Voilà. Can you see? Yeah. So you go slowly. Oh, you are very hungry. He's a very genki boy. So you just put the cat milk a little at a time. Attention, attention. Don't be too greedy. Dai gioco. Oui. Gioco desu ka? Daijoubu? Ecciatta no? Okay. Alors, he's been eating multiple times since I found him. He had dropped. I need to rinse his mouth. Guys, let me go and grab some gear. That was unexpected. All right. How is the connection, by the way? How is the connection? C'est bon? Alors, warm water, not too hot. Going to wipe his face because if not, the milk might get crusty if it, dries around his mouth. And now we have to make him pee. He's like a kitten. He doesn't know it's the mother who makes them pee. So, demonstrazione. Fais voir, attends. What we are going to do is maybe put the gimbal a little bit like this. Voilà, comme ça. Attends. Alors, ça va être tricky. Because, oula, attention. You are such a Genki boy. ちょっと待ってくださいね。He hates it. Fais voir, attends, fais voir. You look. You have to make them pee and poop because if not, it's like us. I mean, he will die if he doesn't pee and or poop. And oh que tu es filou. Oh qu'il est filou. Regardez-le. He's trying to. He hates it. ちょっと待ってね。はい。ここでしょ。So what you want to do to make them pee? I have learned that on YouTube. I love YouTube when it comes to such situation. Such a big help, guys. You can find everything on YouTube. Ne? Alors, he's not going to like it. You see... Attends, petit bébé. So that's the genitals. And you want to tickle it. Alors, I've seen on videos they were doing like this. Attends, fais voir. Hop, this little. Hop. Hilaki machone. Gambali machone. Gambale, gambale. I've found out that with this boy, if you actually just press like this, be very gentle whatever you do anyways, because such a small... Hola, can you see the drop? Ah, shoot. Ça va être compliqué de vous montrer ça. Attends, hop. Don't resist, baby. If you don't pee, you will be sick. Ta médaillon. Okay. Drop. Can you see the drop? Drop. If I push a little bit like this. Voila, drop. Can you see the drop? Hop. Drop. So tiny, ne? Good job! Big drop! Wow, すごいね! すげえ. Attends, let me check out the video. You see it? Okay, that was a big one. Gambale, gambale. Ah, c'est Animal Hospital, hein? Welcome to Jennifer's Animal Hospital. Je crois que ça a l'air bon. Ma son Nani, he didn't drink so much right now, so 大丈夫だね, fais voir. Ouais. All right. Oh my goodness. Ok, des. Allez. Voilà. Now, the gloves, because I had to grab him out of the teeth, the mouth of the cat. Où est-ce que je vais te mettre? Do you want to... No, you want to see him, I know, but he should actually maybe be sleeping because he's been up. I will show you his box afterwards. I have... See how they can really grab those teeny tiny hands. It's crazy. That's how actually, you know, they move on the trees, ne? Long tail, don't come on my skin, baby, because we're trying to get you not have my smell on you. Desho? So that mama gets you back tomorrow, ne? Those teeny tiny ears, kawaii. But the plan is to give you back to your mama. Desho? I need to hide him so that he settles down. Attends, je te maintenais. J'en suis où? Bon, sorry, I missed probably so many comments. Alors, c'est comment quand c'est vertical? Je look vraiment shitty, hein? Sorry, guys. Alors, what is that? Baby squirrel that I rescued. Oh, il a fait caca. Did some caca come out? That didn't come out earlier? Or did... Did you cut the cheese? I smelled something and that wasn't me. Fais voir. Little butt. Fais voir, ça a l'air un peu marron. À peine. Ah non. Non, c'est pas grave. Oh, que tu es kawaii. Adorable. But, sorry, I scared you with my big voice. Com'è? Com'è? A squirrel is a wild animal, so we should not keep them. The plan is to try. Can you like a live stream? I have no idea, because this is the first time. I mean, you should be able to like a live stream, but in this shape. The other day, 2 days ago, you remember I tried to live stream from Yokohama. Some of you joined. I tried 3 times and I could not do horizontal. So I just stopped. I didn't do the foot hunt. I thought, you know, actually after that, some of you said, hey, you know, the video was perfectly fine. So, but here I can do it because this is stable also. While walking, it wouldn't have been so nice, I guess. But anyways, I have to figure out, or maybe someone can check out for me because I'm so crazy busy, guys. So, do you want the story? Time for coffee in San Antonio, Texas. See, time for me to take a bath. My priority right now is take a bath. I've been sweating all day trying to get this baby and his brother, who left us actually this morning. I'm going to tell you the story. Try and make a long story short, or do you want the story with all the detail? I found that you click on the 3 dots. We may. Ah, you click like. No, mais I tried the other thing. You mean to put the video like this? On my video, I see record an important moment, share, or deactivate the mic. So, anyways, detailed story, long. We want the longer story. Ok, bon, alors, et Jennifer a soif. Vous pouvez boire. Attends. Ah, je m'installe, j'en peux plus là. Attends, je veux pas toucher. I think my dinner is going to be a fruit. If I have dinner. Why do I feel like I'm not even hungry? Alors, the story starts. Yesterday, I came back from work at around 4, and so my neighbors, they have about, I see they have about 6 cats on the outside. They have rescued a lot of cats, and you know that I do rescue, so that's why we get on well. I'm happy everybody wants the detailed story. So actually, but it's pretty much of a rambling. I have actually... Allez, come closer. Je m'installe. Je suis fatiguée. Tell me if you can't hear me properly. You should be able to, but... so I see those cats, and sometimes they go to in front of this home too. They know, you know, when you feed them. And that's I think I'm going to put him more like not so close because I'm talking. Maybe I'm disturbing him. He should be here maybe. And I see 4 of the cats. Kind of, it's like they are playing. Hide, you want to hide, I know. And it's like they're playing in those tall this tall grass and like green matter, you know. And I'm like, ah, kawaii. And I'm just like looking at them, ne? And after, I don't know, a minute or so, one of the cats like looks at me and he has him in his mouth. And I thought it was a mouse. And right away I jump on the cat and I want to save the animal, ne? Because even mouses, kawaiso desho. I don't want them to like bully and kill, ne? That poor thing. And then I'm like, oh, it's not a mouse. And I realized that actually I've been hearing the squirrel, an adult squirrel, shouting at the cats. And I'm like, wow, it's a baby squirrel. It felt or they took it or whatever. But bye, hi, bye, okay. We want a longer sound, is fine, okay. Not the cat trying to eat it. And anyways, I'm like, shoot, you know. I'm like, kokoniruyo, but of course the mother is not going to come down, and it's hard for me to find a spot where to put the baby so that he doesn't fall and she could come and grab him. So I'm like, I have to go home and get a box. Here is the box. And so I put a towel and go back there right away. Like I'm like 3-4 minutes, ne? And oh my god, I'm so tired, guys. Sorry, je suis fatiguée. Oh putain. And attends, ça va les commentaires? And I need to try and find a spot where the cats, it will be hard for them to climb. Knowing that nonetheless I will have to check out every few minutes if they are not trying to climb. And so I'm maybe, I don't know, 30 meters from the crime scene. And I see one of my neighbors with whom I've never talked actually, just saying hello. And I tell her, she's feeding the cats, and I'm like, sumimasen, actually the cats had gotten a squirrel, so I just put it up there. And so are you just going to be here? And and she's like, oh, I could hear a squirrel shouting, and I knew they were up to some misfits, so that's why I came out and I was trying to distract them. And then I'm like, I need to go to the vet. Do you think that, and to get some medicine, and ask him what I should feed him, because I'm not going, and it's going to rain heavily tonight, so I will take care of him. And she's like, yeah, don't worry, I'm right here, I can see, and I will come out every few minutes. So I go to the vet. Did I tell the story already on Instagram earlier? I go to the vet and it takes me I'm not here for about 40. He's itchy. He wasn't itchy until he fell earlier. You know, that's way today in the story, ne? And I come back and I see the box up there. I'm like, good. And I see one of the cats and a black thing at his feet, and I shout. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. And the cat is so surprised that, and I just like, I'm really a few feet away, and I'm like, David, you can't do that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is not possible. This is not working, this thing, ne? So I just take the box and I tell them, like, people, okay, this is what just happened. You were supposed to look after them, ne? And I'm like, it's late. It was like about 5:20, 5:30. And I'm like, okay, so the vet said that I could feed them cat milk. Did I say that already? Yeah, I saw you. I was feeding him. So I need to go to the convenience store. I put them here. I go to the convenience store hoping they would have some cat milk. I'm telling the story again because some of you will not have seen Instagram, I guess, guys. Ne? And I go to the convenience store, and of course there is no cat milk because they just have the minimum of stuff, right? C'est juste en dépannage, n'est-ce pas? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? He's moving, he's not sleeping. He's okay. And the woman is like, oh, I don't give milk to my cats. And I look at her and I'm like, no, it's not for cats. It's for. So I just found some baby squirrels, and the vet said it was okay to feed. I should feed them cat milk. And she doesn't listen. She's like, no, and even cat milk. I don't give cat milk to my cats. And I'm like, well, first of all, you do what you want with your cat, and if it were for a cat, I should be able to do whatever I want with my cat, right? And then I'm like, no, this is not for cats. This is for baby squirrels. The vet said, I should give them that. Anyways, they don't have some, like, I have to go to the supermarket. But the supermarket is 10 to 15 minutes away from here. And I can hear the thunders, like it's rambling. It's really close, and I'm like, I don't have half an hour to go there and come back and not get so, like, I'm going to take a shower with the rain. And I'm starting to head there, and I remember that those neighbors who have those cats are like, maybe they have some. And I have the number because we help each other, with the animals on the outside. And I'm like, Ima daijoubu? And they're like, yeah, daijoubu. And I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have some cat milk by any chance, because I just found 2 baby squirrels and this is what I should be feeding them. And he said, oh, it's okay, I'll just go to the supermarket. And he's like, don't go, it's okay, I'll just go back home, and I'll just go, I have the car, I'll just go by car. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I didn't want to disturb him, but I was just like, it's been such a day yesterday, so busy, ne? So many, like, emergency at work. I mean, everything always comes at the same time, doesn't it? And I'm like, oh, thank God, thank you so much, I will reimburse you afterwards. He's like, don't worry about that. And as I'm coming back, he's actually coming out, because the convenience store is 2 minutes away now, with his keys. And I'm like, oh, and so I go back home. He went to buy the stuff and he brought it to me, so nice, with the spoitone. Super nice, because I just have, the small plastic needles. Not needles, syringes. No needles, of course. No. Of course not. Scary. And he left when it was starting raining so much. I would never have made it. So anyways, I check out on the internet. I'm following someone who rescues a lot of squirrels. Charlie is following a person who rescues lots of squirrels. So I had seen her feed them already, but I checked on the internet and I was like, okay, this is how to do it. You have to be careful not to be too quick, because they might, it might go into their lungs and they would die. Ne? And everything is well. They sleep. Very quiet. So I had 2. Ne? And after that, I'm like, okay, how am I going to give them back to the mother? Can I get any clue? But first of all, what if the mother never gets them back? When do they become independent? When can they manage in the wild without my help? Because my purpose is not to keep them. These are wild animals, and no matter how cute they are. Ne? And Um, so there was, I think that when they start having the small teeth at the front, that means they are 3 weeks. I could grab my computer, it's actually written, well, he's up, so let's do that. And then there is the threshold. I think they open their eyes from 4 to 5 weeks, if I remember well. And the eyes are not open yet. But they have the front teeth. So there are at least, I mean, he is, because I lost one this morning. And basically, you have to feed them every 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how many weeks there are. And like, for example, tonight, I'm fine with that because I don't have any meetings, or don't have to really wake up at a certain time in the morning. But also, I don't, you know how it is when your sleeping cycle becomes disrupted, and I have a big job at the end of the month. That's very important to me, and I've been trying to be super healthy, actually. I'm like, oh my god, what I've put myself into, because depending on the sites I've seen, the soonest I've seen is from 10 weeks they can become independent. I've seen also 12 weeks. So if, let's say, even if he would be like a month, I would still have 6 weeks minimum to keep him. And I'm like, c'est pas possible, tu entends pas les coups, mais bon. Now they are my responsibility, ne? Do you know memes? What is that? Is it like, I think I checked out that word actually a few months ago, because I've seen that word for so many. Is it funny stories? Alors, eyes. Ok, donc c'est bon, I'm on the right page. Teeth, to determine the age. Squirrels are born without teeth, like most mammals. Their lower front incisors don't appear until they are lower, about 3 weeks old. Ah. If your squirrel doesn't have any teeth, they are not yet 3 weeks. Ah, okay, no, so 大丈夫か. The upper incisors do not come in until about 4.5 weeks. And also, I'm talking loud because I think you're a little far, but I'm going to try and talk normally. Let me know if you can hear me still. I can change the angle, actually, maybe of the daijoubu. And they say that they are born in between April and July. So I thought, hey, this is September, so there must be at least around 5 to 6 weeks. Which might be the case, because if the upper incisors, we can see the incisors, the upper ones, ne? But I don't see under. So that's why I got confused. But anyways, so this boy must be at least 4.5 weeks. Yes. I would say, okay, let's say about 5 weeks there. Ah no, shoot, no. Upper incisor in between 3 and 4.5 weeks. I wasn't mistaken. No teeth means less than 3 weeks. Bon, okay, he's 3-4 weeks, probably. It's okay, Mama will come tomorrow. We have to believe it. You hear me just fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you for what you did for the school. Of course, Peter, of course. Eyes. This is less accurate. As the development of a squirrel's eyes tends to vary significantly, many squirrels will open by the time they are 5 weeks old. This is not completely accurate though. They can be either clear or cloudy at this point. Okay. Squirrels can open their eyes anywhere between 3.5 weeks to 6 weeks. If the squirrel's eyes are open, then they are probably older than 5 weeks. If it's not open, it's significantly more difficult to determine their age. I think about 4 weeks. I think. Bon. Alors, when do they become independent thing? Okay, let's keep on with the story. We can check out this out afterwards. They said no, after 10 to 12 weeks. So we are in. If Mama, I will work hard on that tomorrow. I will spend most of the day. I will put it on a tree where the cat can climb easily, but I will be every few minutes just checking out, and I will go really first thing in the morning, I think, when everybody's sleeping, including the cats. Where was I? J'en étais où? So I check out all this stuff and I kind of sort of freak out because like next month I'm supposed to do shooting for Journeys in Japan for NHK World. I have this big job at the end of the month and I need to be super glinky. And then, just like busy with the family already. So Choto freaked out and then tried to wake up every 3 hours to wake them up. Not to wake them up, to feed them. And then there is the pee-pee thing and everything, and you're like you're like, oh, zombie. Then this morning, I took them out at around 8. And well, before that, I fed them, and the smallest one, his brother, was slightly smaller, and that's the one who had been taken out of the small box that I found the second time there when I came back from the vet. And I had, if you've seen my stories, I had to press lightly, gently on. He was bleeding a little bit. It was on the surface, but the cat had taken him in his mouth. So, but he was genki after that. He was okay. But this morning his body temperature had dropped. I think he thinks it's like, I'm his mommy. He's just trying to like smelling and smelling. So I tried to warm him up, and then I could feel that his body temperature was higher, and I put this small. I haven't shown you. That's the gear. I put the t-shirt I was using yesterday. No, for them. Again, not just the straw. I put warm water in this, and then they think it's like their mommy. So this, and I put them in the tree, and checking out every few minutes if the cats were not trying to get them, which they were not. And then at some point with my neighbor, I'm like, it's really like every 5 minutes, and I'm going to have a Zoom session at 11:30. I'd like to try and find a place. Could you help me? Try and find a tree where the cats, it will be higher, and hopefully, they won't. Don't come here, baby. 丈夫だよ. Hi, hi, your nest. Petit nest. 大丈夫だよ. So I grabbed the box and the smaller squirrel is gone. I can see he's not breathing, and I touch him and his body is starting to get cold already. So poor thing, but that is, it's sad, but this is nature, this is the way of life, right? So he didn't make it, alas. This one is super genki. So we did that, and he said while I was doing the Zoom session that he would check out a little bit. Not sure he did it, but it's okay. The cat was still there. The squirrel was still there. Why are you crying? Say hi. Yeah. I think he's a little unstable because I'm talking, probably. I mean, I would be listening to YouTube, like to the news or whatever, but he can feel my body there wouldn't be the echo of my voice. Probably that makes he can't sleep because of that, maybe. I'll put him here, maybe it will be better for him. Let's see. So anyways, I'm just trying to make it a little shorter. So sweet. You need to rest, baby. Go in your box. At some point my neighbor had this idea. I was like, I need to feed him in 3 hours, so we'll have to go and take him back. And that's my neighbor's ladder, so he was like, I'll go with you, because it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, he wanted to do it, I guess, because I don't know if it's because I'm the woman, maybe not, because at some point I climbed on some part of the tree and he didn't really try to stop me. So, but anyways, we decided that at around 3, I said I need to feed him because it will have been about 3 hours, and at 2, and then he's like, maybe the thing is that maybe the mother doesn't find him because he's not crying, and we tried to make him cry like when I fed him, and he would not cry. So that was at around 11, and then I'm like, so we have to feed him at around 2 in 3 hours, and he's like, how about we try and not feed him and see, maybe if he's hungry he's going to cry, and that's how his mother finds him. I'm like, brilliant idea, né? And try your best to raise the bigger one, yeah, and as long as possible, né? If the mother doesn't come back, that's still, for now, that's the target. And at around 2:30, I'm like, let's just check out, I would check out from afar if the cats are trying to climb. It was okay. Then I'm like, I realized, what if I've put too much hail and he just climbs or whatever, he finds a way and he just drops, he falls. And I go to check out from under, and actually he was up at 2:30, probably hungry. And I can see him moving, and I'm like, great. And I try and hide, and a little after I can see 2 squirrels, but in another area. And I'm like, let's hop. And for half an hour I was just there, like, waiting, and they're not coming. And I get really hot and tired and thirsty, so I go back home. And then I'm like, for a few minutes, and then I'm like, chotomate, I don't know, just all of a sudden, and I think I'm like, Did I hear a baby squirrel cry very loud? And I'm not sure because the birds were crying too. Anyways, I'm like, I'm not waiting for my neighbor anymore. I'm just going to check out if he's there. And that's when my neighbor comes out. And so we take the ladder, and I'm like, I'll just go up. And he's not there. But we don't see him around. But my guts tell me, I'm like, I just hate this because, of course, we have not seen, and it's hard to see when the mother actually takes the baby, yeah? Because this happens too. But my gut tells me, this is weird. Why do I feel like he just fell, you know? And I'm like, just take your ladder, and I'm just going, maybe this is a mother, but I don't know. I just want to look around because, you know, around the trees there is so much matter, green matter, and moss, grass, and, you know, dry leaves, damp leaves, like a lot of matter. Ne? And they like to hide. They just crawl and hide in those small spots. Ne? So I go to grab, because there are lots of insects, to grab my plastic boots. And then I'm like, attends, Chotomate, why are you looking? I don't know why. I felt like maybe he had fallen in a specific area, but then I'm like, hold on a second. I thought that if he would fall, he would just move and move away. So I thought I would have to look for him in around that tree in a large area. But then I'm like, Chotomate, start looking from under the box, which was just like, you know, almost on the other side. And I go there and I start looking. Honest, guys, 30 seconds later, boom, I see him like just boom, and he starts moving, and I grab him, of course, unharmed. And I'm like, just wow. I mean, I think it's good that when it comes to animals, guys, I can't. It would have been, I mean, I would be like tonight, like wondering, did the mother really come to pick him, to take him, you know? And thank God I'm, you know, very like persistent, and I really try hard, and I would look for hours if need be. If I'm not sure about the situation, I just try as much as possible, you know? And thank God for that, because if not, the neighbors were like, and I'm like, I know that maybe their way of thinking is we have to let nature do its work too. And I would have looked for him maybe, I don't know, for an hour or two, I have no idea. But I couldn't just, it would have made me feel comfortable thinking, yeah, the mother, it's okay, the mother came to take him. She came, that's her. She took him away. I couldn't do that. So thank God for that. And it was, what time was it? Yeah, it was around 4. And I go and see the neighbor. I'm like, are you there? He was there, and I'm just taking him home. He needs to be in a safe place. Let's us all rest today, and tomorrow will be another day. But we need to put him in a closer place. It will be closer to the cats, but I don't care. Because the mother, she didn't see him over there. So he is so kinky. I am not wearing any gloves. Damn it all. So voilà, guys, that's the story for now. We have to find him a name. Ah, Nicolas, salut. Ça va? Ah, t'étais venu, j'avais pas vu. Do you know Mémés? Ah oui, non, j'avais vu ce commentaire, je t'avais pas vu. Ah bah je viens de te voir. That's funny. I didn't see those comments earlier. This boy is so kinky. We have to find him a name, even if I am planning on having his mama take him back in tomorrow. Fingers crossed, guys. That's why I'm trying not, you know, to touch him. Ne? I have bought at the convenience store for my patrons. Let me show you something. I was actually thinking of, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I need to open a bottle of wine and I could taste some goodies. Actually, if the quality is good, we can do this live, guys. Ne? The other time it was so bad, the quality. Convenience store stuff. Oh, let me see. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Kawaii. Why am I telling you this? Pourquoi je vois comme ça? Maybe I can do a live stream tomorrow. I can do a goodies tasting for my patrons. I should do that, even if it's on this mode. Alors, yeah, I was asking you to, if you think about names, can you put a comment on a video like this vertically? I think you can. Even if he goes back to his mama tomorrow, it's okay. We can give him a name. Give me suggestions. And I'll keep you posted. I might do the goodies tasting on Patreon tomorrow. You will get all the updates if I can't do a live stream like this or a short video. You will get updates in the stories. Settle down. Fiesta. You will get all, you know, the updates in the stories on my Instagram. Please join my Instagram if you didn't know I have one, because I might not have the time to do another live stream or a video, because I'm having dinner with some friends and seeing that this boy is pretty strong. He will be okay if I leave him for 3 hours. Just can have dinner easily. It won't be a problem. So have I shown you that what I do is when I'm here, I just put him go everywhere. I put the box in this so that it would be slippery on the side for him, I think, because and then I will have, that's another step, if I have to keep him until he gets strong enough to live on his own, if the mother never comes back. It has become very active, I think. Yeah, yesterday he wasn't like that. Probably the trauma of, I can't even imagine the trauma of those small babies when they end up being by a cat. And actually this one, I took him literally out of the cat's mouth. Unharmed. See, he's settling down because he's in my hand, I think. I mean, if I have to keep him, and I will do like my kangaroo method, you know, I put this and like here, and earlier I just put it, made it like he had his small nest. He liked it. We will see. Tomorrow, let's try and see if Mama can get him. But if I can do the live stream, the tasting for my patrons, it might be kind of last minute, like I might warn you only an hour in advance, but on Patreon I might taste those things. If not, I wanted to do it tonight, and then my sister called and was like, "What about the squirrels?" I'm like, "I lost one." And then she's like, "You have to do videos. Everybody wants to see what's happening. That's what they want to see. They don't care about you eating and drinking every day, you know." Not drinking every day, but... And she's like, "They want to see what you're doing daily. They want to know about your life. This is part of your life." And I'm like, well, you know, I know. And maybe you're right. I should, you know, just do this. Yeah. Voilà, guys. Thank you for joining. Not sure how it is when it's vertical like this. I have all those bits that I had filmed earlier vertical. It's going to be kind of edited video. It's not going to be so good. I'm rambling a lot like now, but you will see it. The quality might be better. Does that work with you guys? Huh? Voila, thank you so much. I think I'm going to leave you now. Maybe try and take that bath. You want to sleep, little sweetheart. Yeah. He needs to rest too. And eat a fruit, and then take care of everybody. Okay? Thank you so much. Name suggestions if you'd like. She wants to be in the warmth of the hand. Docio. He's yawning. He was yawning. You're tired, you. Attends, fais voir. Ah mince, sorry. So bad. He's tired. I'm going to take a bath, and then I'll make the kangaroo method, guys. I'll just have him sleep while I'm still up in my scarf, my Nani, kore ne. Voilà, guys, thank you so much. Je filme là, vous y voyez. Est-ce que vous y voyez? It's very tempting to touch him with my bare hands, but I cannot do that. Oh, oh. Petit bébé, il est fatigué. You're tired. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. 大丈夫だからね。Bye, guys. Thank you. See you soon.